Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Karpo Gaming and another Borderlands 3 video. Well, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. The Bounty of Blood update is finally here and everybody is ready to get their hands on the new awesome DLC. So, as usual, I'll be keeping you updated on exactly that. Today we have the patch notes for the new update that is going to bring us Bounty of Blood. So what we're going to hop on over to the Borderlands.com website. We're going to go over exactly these lovely patch notes. As always, I'll be leaving a link down below so you can check out these lovely patch notes yourself. And if you indeed enjoyed the content, feel free to give it a like and subscribe because it definitely does help out the channel. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Now, today we will release an update for Borderlands 3, which will be live on all platforms by 12 p.m. PST. This patch adds support for the new campaign add-on, Bounty of Blood. It also includes Phase 2 of the Mayhem mode update, which introduces damage scaling in Mayhem and support for Mayhem gear and all loot sources. Now, as always, to apply hotfixes, just wait around at the main menu until you see that sign, bing, pop up and it will say hotfix applied, and then you pretty much are good to go. Now for the new content. They've added support for Borderlands 3 third campaign add-on, Bounty of Blood. Now, due to complications related to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, only English and German voices over will be available at launch for Borderlands 3 third campaign add-on, Bounty of Blood. Localized subtitles for all supported languages will be available at launch, and localized voiceovers will be added at a later time. So, with that said, what do we have? Increase the level cap by 3. So, we have an increased level cap all the way to 60. Time to reform everything, ladies and gentlemen. They also added 3 new Guardian rank skills and Guardian ranking increases. Let's go over them. We have Groundbreaker. With this, melee or slam attacks will trigger an aftershock, dealing 25% of all non-melee damage you have dealt over the last 5 seconds. So, Amara builds, yeah, you're in luck. That's gonna help. Dead Man Walking. While not moving in Fight for Your Life, your meter drains 50% more slowly. Pretty good. And Lead or Alive. When you enter Fight for Your Life, all your guns are automatically reloaded, which is definitely a really good thing. Next up, we have Stability. Added a reported crash that could sometimes occur during the mission The Family Jewel in Floodmore Basin. Addressed a reported concern where the game could become unresponsive after alt-tabbing out on PC. Addressed a reported crash that could sometimes occur when the host backed out of the main menu. Next up, we have Mayhem mode. With this, they've added Mayhem level damage scaling to melee, slide, and to slam, which is really good. Added Mayhem level skill damage scaling. Added Mayhem level pet damage scaling. Also vehicle damage scaling, and updated several passive skills to properly respect Mayhem level damage. Now, here's a little note. The damage sources above now scale their damage according to the level of Mayhem you are in. Each type of damage is scaled uniquely to account for how many different skills and gear interact with the different types of damage. This is significant change, and we will be monitoring the community feedback intently and adjust gear skills or damage scaling to ensure the build diversity flourish. To accommodate the scaling, a few passive skills were updated to use a new form of damage that prevents them from scaling inappropriately. Let's go over it. They've added skill damage as a rollable stat on class mods. Class mods now can roll additional bonus skill damage. When paired with the base Mayhem level skill damage, scaling we anticipate builds centered on skills will become viable in late Mayhem. They've also added Mayhem levels to grenade mods. So, with that, grenade mods drop as weapons do in Mayhem, with additional damage relative to the Mayhem level it was acquired in. Enable all sources of loot to spawn Mayhem gear. Mayhem gear can now be acquired from all sources of loot in the game. Vending machine, chests, mail, mission rewards, and loot enemies all have a chance to award Mayhem level weapons and grenades. Change damage sources for Remnant, Short Fuse, Indiscriminate, Do Unto Other, and ties that bind to address that they double dip and scale inappropriately at higher mayhem levels. As a result of this change, players will notice that ties that binds will not scale properly with action skill damage. This is a temporary fix that will be addressed in a future update. So with that said, vehicles now scale damage uniformly instead of just against non-vehicles. Also address the reported concern where split screen players could sometimes not scroll through the Mayhem 2.0 modifier list. Address a reported concern where Mayhem modifier drone Ranger healing drone sometimes did not replicate position smoothly for clients. Address the reported concern where the tether from the boundary issue Mayhem modifier would sometimes persist after enemies died. Address the reported concern where the Mayhem vehicle damage scaler sometimes did not apply when players were in gunner seats. Address the reported concern with the laser fair Mayhem modifier would sometimes generate new laser beams when it took damage, and also added the ability for the Digiclone and Iron Bear to support scaling. So next up we have general hotfixes and a little bit more general. With this, they've added a reported concern of an issue where vehicles' health would sometimes be cut off, and native hotfixes. Under hotfixes, they said to apply hotfixes, as always, wait around at the main menu and wait till you hear that boom, bing, it's applied, and you see that note, that hotfix applied, and you're good to go. And general melee action skill damage further increase. Next up, weapon adjustments. We are looking at adjusting manufacturer and weapon types across the board to bring greater parity at the base level between weapons. We are still monitoring balancing between a legendary gear, but wanted to first address a couple of weapons in a group and increase opportunities for their builds. All pistols will see a slight increase, with Jacob pistol receiving the smallest bump and Maliwan pistols receiving the largest. As enemy health pools increases, low mag size weapons like pistol became less popular. The damage increase across all pistols should provide more opportunities for builds to equip a pistol to accommodate their own weapon choices. Now, we also increase damage of all Theodore SMG weapons because we believe the damage from the thrown weapon explosion would be an integral part of the loop. However, throwing the weapon was impractical compared to shooting enemies with other SMGs. Now, the trade-off to throwing a full magazine versus shooting will be more dramatic. COV, Dull, and Jacob's assault rifles were increased to match some of the Vladov assault rifles. We will evaluate Vladov assault rifles in totality after players try the changes to the other manufacturers first, so we should get a bump straight to all assault rifles. So when you're playing the new DLC, check that out and see how they feel. And finally, we increase the damage of our traditional multi-pellet shotguns. Hyperion, Maliwan, and Jacobs all receive a damage increase. Some of these shotguns were underperforming compared to fast-firing weapons, so now they will pack a greater punch. So with this, they've increased pistol damage across all manufacturers, increased the damage on Theodore's SMGs, and also increased the damage on COV, Dahl, and Jacob assault rifles. Also increased the damage on Hyperion, Maliwan, and Jacob shotgun. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we have Bounty of Blood hotfixes. Now, for these hotfixes, they are related specifically to the Bounty of Blood campaign add-on. Now, to receive these changes and avoid seeing any of these issues arise, pay attention. Make sure that you have your hotfixes applied at the main menu. That's why they stress this a couple times right here in these patch notes. So with that, they removed 2 straggler town folks that were clapping their hands at the wrong time. Okay, address a potential progressing blocker where Flack, the Beastmaster, was sometimes unable to grab an important ledge. So if you're running Flack as your main like me, please wait around at the main menu and wait for the hotfix to apply. There's nothing worse than getting through all of the DLC and coming to a step where you're just like, hey, what's going on? So definitely apply the hotfixes. So they also stopped Juno from sometimes getting stuck on a walkway, and last but not least, address instances where cash registers would sometimes flow. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. These are all of the lovely hotfix patch notes that we have coming today, bringing the new Bounty of Blood DLC. Now there will be a ton of content, and as well, your boy Karpo got you covered, so be sure to look out for many other legendary guides, tips, and tricks coming right here at Karpo Gaming. So yeah, that's pretty much going to for the video, ladies and gentlemen. Now I hope you truly enjoyed it. As always, once again, if you are new to this channel, hello and welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. But if you really want to help out this channel in the video and help this community grow, I suggest you do. Well, you can do so by liking the video if you indeed like this video and leaving a comment down below. Look, I answer all of your questions and I upload daily videos as well. So if I can earn your subscription, great. But if I can earn your support, that would be even better. So thank you to everybody that has been supporting the videos throughout the day. The numbers are low, still trying to help this community grow. So by all means, once again, feel free to leave a comment and say what's up to your boy. And as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.